Hello, I'm Mrs. Cecil and I'm your online algebra teacher. So this is what Schoology looks like when you log in. This will be just a quick video kind of guiding you through the course and just the different folders and where you can find everything. So like I said, this is what it looks like when you log in. Yours might look just a little bit different in your student view because this is my teacher view, but it should be about the same. When you first log in, it brings you to the materials section, so this is where you can find pretty much everything you need. So let's first look in this course information folder. So we have my contact information, my email, my voicemail, and then as Google Hangouts by appointment. So the best way to get a hold of me is by email. I definitely check that 2 or 3 times a day, if not more, and that'll be our best way of communication. If you want to speak to me by phone, you can call and leave me a voicemail, and then I can call you back probably the next day during just my plan time whenever I get a moment. We can also do a Google Hangout, so if you have questions, and since we don't meet face-to-face, but do you want to talk kind of face-to-face or work through problems face-to-face, we can do a Google Hangout, and that lets us talk through the webcams on your Chromebook and my computer. I can even work out some examples with you that way, and we can usually make those appointments either in the evenings or on the weekends. So that's something we can do if you're wanting to get some extra help. Okay, next in our course information, the first thing I want to talk about is this calendar. So our calendar, I would click on it and then I would print this out. So if you notice here, the assignments are in this gray and white section, and I just have a suggested completion date for those. There's no actual date, but you must complete them before you are allowed to take the test. And so then the tests have actual due dates. So their first test is due January 31st by 10 p.m. So you'll need to complete all of these assignments prior to that date. And you have to complete them at least once, but you're able to do them an unlimited amount of times. Okay, so every unit has multiple assignments with a lesson video. So every lesson, and I'll show you here in just a minute, every lesson has a video attached of me going through the steps and teaching the content of that lesson. You can redo the assignments. There's no official due date. Every unit has one review. You can do it a limited amount of times. There's no official due date for those as well. And then every unit has one test, and you get only one chance to do the test. There is a strict due date, and it will not open until you've completed all the assignments. And the review, you have to get at least a 70% on the review in order to do the test. So the course runs through the 4th to May 9th. Something you also need to know is that you have to do your final exam in person, and that is on May 9th after school, and then you can do it at your school. I will give you a list of rooms that you can go to take the final. Okay, so tests are 63% of your grades, homework is 27%, and the final is 10%. You can check actually Schoology or PowerSchool, it says not PowerSchool here, but that was for the summer. You can check Schoology or PowerSchool. All right, we have 5 units that we will cover, so that's 5 tests that you will have. Okay, that's all of this general information, and then I want to talk a little bit about expectations. You need to check your email every day. I don't see you face to face, so this is the only way that I have to communicate with you. If something's going on, then I need to get a hold of you. You need to check your email every day. If you have any questions, send an email. If you're stuck on a problem and you're not sure what to do, take a picture of it, send it to me in an email, and ask where you went wrong. Or, for help on a specific question, make sure you note, like, Mrs. Cecil, I don't understand number 3 on Unit 3, Assignment 2. Okay, so then I can look at what you're looking at and we can correspond that way. Stay on top of your work. It's very easy to get behind. Follow the assignment calendar to help time manage. It's listed here again. You should spend 3 to 4 hours per week on the course, and that could change just based on the type of student you are. You might need to spend more time than that. You might need be able to spend less time than that. But I would say at minimum 3 to 4 hours per week. You can do the assignments and review an unlimited number of times. So if you don't get a good score, go back and redo it. So this is so if you don't understand it, you need to figure out what's going on. Okay, so practice it, keep working at it. Work out the problems. So when you watch the videos, take notes and work out the examples. Feel free to pause in order to work out the example on your own first. The questions are multiple choice. That does not mean that you don't need to work out the problems, that you should just guess. You should take the time to work them out on paper and then select the correct choice. And then for tests, those don't open until you have all the assignments and the review done. You must get at least a 70% on the review. The test can only be done once, and it has to be done in one setting. So what that means is that you can't start it, close out of it, and then come back to it later. You have to do it all at one time. These have an actual due date. These have an actual due date, so you follow close to what those say in the assignments on the assignment sheet. Those are the due dates for your tests. All right, so that's pretty much all the general course information that we have. So if I go back, I want to go back to the materials, I can click up here to where it says just Algebra Online First Semester, or I can go over here and click on materials there, and that will take me back. So these are my units, and this is where my assignments are going to be. So if I just look at Unit 1, it starts here with Unit 1, Assignment 1. If I click on it, I see, so mine looks a little bit different. I'm sorry about that. So yours would look something like this, where you have instructions, and it says, watch this video before beginning of the assignment. So here's the video. So I can pull that up, and you can make it bigger. And so this video is almost 7 minutes. So that's probably about an average of what the videos will be. And then you can hit Start New Attempt to actually do the assignment. Okay, and then that's what all the assignments will look at like. So you go through all of those. There's the review, there's the test. Once you do that, you're done with Unit 1. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that you need to know to get started. Everything's up and ready, so you can work ahead if you want. You don't feel like you need to wait. You can go ahead and get started. You can go ahead and do all of the units if you'd like. But just make sure you are keeping on top of it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it all at once, because then you might forget things that you need for your final. But if you want to work a little ahead, that's no problem. Okay, you need to go back to the orientation folder and do your orientation quiz. And that's just to ensure that you've watched this video. So you're going to get 5 test points just for doing this quiz. And for the quiz, all you need to do is enter the number 18. That's 18. That's all you need to do. Enter 18 and you get 5 test points for that. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. Good luck.